Lingportal Online School presents Future in English Grammar. There is no verb form in English that expresses the future tense. The lesson is over. Don't worry, it's just a joke. We use several different ways to talk about the future in English. Let's learn each grammatical form closer. Will and shall. The modal verbs will and shall are used with the base form of the main verb. For example, I will return home at 6 p.m. In modern English, will is used for all persons, singular and plural. In spoken English, the contracted form of will and shall is used. I'll meet you outside the coffee shop. We use will and shall in the following cases: to make predictions and state facts about the future. It will not be easy to solve this problem. There will be strong wind tomorrow. To announce decisions and make offers. Which coffee do you want, espresso or Americano? I'll have espresso. Decision. Wait, I'll help you to carry your luggage. Offer. So when is shall used? We use shall in more formal speech. We shall send all these documents to the office tomorrow. Statement. Most often, shall is used in the structure shall I or shall we. These forms are mainly used when you need to make a request or ask someone's opinion. Shall I open the window? Equals, do you want me to open the window? When we use shall in questions, it often sounds like suggestion. It's getting dark. Shall we go home? To be going to. To be going to is commonly used in informal styles. To talk about plans or intentions. To perform an action expressed by the infinitive. I'm going to take an IELTS exam next week. To predict what we think is bound to happen, and we see the evidence for it. Be careful, she's going to break that glass. I see black clouds, it is going to rain. Sometimes we use to be going to when we give commands. Children, you're going to pick up all of those toys right now. In spoken English, instead of to be going to, we use gonna, especially in speaking or singing songs. I'm gonna order a pizza. Present continuous. The present continuous tense also refers to future actions. We can talk about plans and arrangements in the near future by using the present continuous tense. What are you doing next week? I am meeting with my friend on Tuesday. We're moving to Cambridge in October. Aren't you playing tennis on Saturday? Future continuous. We use the future continuous to denote temporary actions and events that will be in progress at the particular time in the future. At this time tomorrow, I'll still be driving to the seashore. Next week, we will be flying to Ireland from London. Sometimes the period of time is indicated. This next week, next Monday, next month, from 5 to 6 p.m. tomorrow, etc. It's not necessary that an action will take place continuously. The future continuous often used to reflect the long-term action that will be interrupted by a shorter action. I will be watching TV when you come home in the evening. Future perfect. The future perfect tense is used in the following cases: to talk about a future action that will be finished by a certain time in the future. Will you have learned enough English words to travel by next month? To talk about a long-term state, not action, verbs of state are used, which will end by a specific moment in the future. We will have been married for 25 years next year. I will have lived in this city for 5 years next February. Present simple. The present simple is also used to refer to events in the future which are certain because they have fixed schedule or timetable or facts. His birthday falls on Sunday next year, a known fact about the future birthday. The train to Paris leaves every hour, a timetable. The lesson starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow, a fixed arrangement. Other expressions to talk about the future. Be about to. We use be about to plus base form of the verb to refer to things that we expect to happen very soon. We often use it with just for emphasis. The ferry is about to leave. We're just about to set off for a walk. Do you want to come? Please note, we don't use be about to with time expressions. Hurry up, please. The bus is about to leave. Correct. Be on the point of. We can also use be on the point of plus ing form to refer to things that we expect to happen very soon. The expression be on the point of is similar to be just about to. I was on the point of leaving my job, but then I got promoted, so I changed my mind. Be due to. We use be due to plus the base form of the verb to talk about things that are scheduled. The visitors are due to arrive at the office at 10:30. Be to. Be to plus the base form of the verb is rather formal and has a number of meanings. Commands and instructions. She is not to be late. Obligations. You are to report to the head office by 9 a.m. Headlines. In this case, the verb isn't always used. Prime Minister to announce an emergency plan on climate change. The verb is missed. Let's summarise. The modal verb will. I am sure he will postpone the meeting. The structure to be going to. My brother is going to buy a new car next month. The present continuous tense. What are you doing next week? I am meeting with my friend on Tuesday. The present simple tense. The lesson starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow. The future continuous tense. At this time tomorrow, I'll still be driving to the seashore. The future perfect tense. Will you have learned enough English words by next month? Expressions referring to the future. Be about to, be on the point of, be due to, be to. Well, now you can use different ways to speak about the future. Stay with us and enjoy your English learning.